and then the infection has been spreading. I've wound up in the ER a few times from this. So it's really not been so fun. Hello. Welcome. My name's Katrina, and I have EDS. So today I want to talk a little bit more about my health itself, my physical health. Because if you noticed in my last video, I don't look so good. I really don't. And I don't feel so good either. So let me catch you up to speed, because that should happen. So I left YouTube because I was really stressed out with my normal life, and mostly I was extremely depressed. And depression is weird. So my depression sent me for a loop of feeling like I was incapable of doing anything and doing it right, and so on and so forth. So that's why I wasn't there. But I got my hand surgery, and that went pretty well. It was definitely a success. Nothing went wrong about it. And if you've been following my Instagram the past few months, I've been posting a few pictures about my recovery. And I went through PT, I went and graduated that program, and now I have a hand that functions. And it's really great because it's supportive, it does what it should. So that's my hand update. It's pretty simple, there's not much to say about it. The surgery was a success, and I'm hoping to go and get another surgery on my left hand once things settle down in life. So, an update on my cyst, that's just a mess. I was denied state insurance 3 times in a row. They said that I'm not disabled enough. I've applied for SSDI, so disability insurance, through the federal level and through the state level, and I'm still waiting to hear on that. I've had to wait, it's going to be like a total of like 4 or 5 months to wait on that, and I'll hear back about that in March or April. So with the cyst, I can't get anything done to it right now. It's still taking my mobility, it's still causing havoc, but no surgeon in the state of Maine is willing to operate on it. Yeah. There's a surgeon in Texas, I think I mentioned to you guys in one of my last videos, that is willing to operate on it, and I've heard back from him now. I had submitted all my paperwork. I heard back from him. He's willing to operate, but it's going to be $250,000. Cash. He doesn't take the kind of insurance that I will ever be able to get. And if he did take the kind of insurance that I was able to get, then it would only be 80% of the surgery covered. Oh, and that $250,000? Yeah, that's not including the surgeon's fee. That's just the hospital. That's the hospital fees. So that's really cost prohibitive right now, so we aren't examining that route. I've considered doing a GoFundMe, but I don't really feel comfortable yet doing that. So I'm trying to hold off on the GoFundMe as long as humanly possible. And in Boston, I heard back from Boston, and they're willing to see me for a consult as soon as possible, but they're not willing to see me until I have insurance. And again, I've been denied insurance 3 times. So we have a new governor in the state, and they're having healthcare expansion in my state now. And I did just apply for that a few days ago, actually. So hopefully I can get approved through the expansion. And then after I have state insurance here, I have to go through more paperwork crap and tell them that no surgeon in the state of Maine is willing to operate on me. And then my insurance will cover going to Boston. So it's still hectic there. But it's in the works, and I'm just trying to remain positive on that aspect. And then as far as this goes, because this pretty face ain't so pretty anymore, we really don't know. I've been getting chronic infections for the past 4 months, so even if I wasn't really depressed, I've been really sick for 4 months. And it's really frustrating. And I'm trying not to be too salty about it, or sassy, or whatever words you want to use. But it's really frustrating because I've been on 10 different antibiotics. I've finished a course of antibiotics because they last 10 days. And then I have about 10 days off and then 10 days back on. Repeat that. Rinse and repeat for 4 months. And it started off with a strep infection, and then my skin has been getting really bad in every single way possible. And then the infection has been spreading. I've wound up in the ER a few times from this. So it's really not been so fun. My doctor wasn't able to figure out what was wrong, why I've been losing so much weight, because I still have been losing weight. I've lost something like 22% of my body weight now in a year without trying, which is bad. So we haven't been able to figure out why I'm losing weight. We haven't been able to figure out why my skin's so bad, why I'm so itchy, why I'm flaring up so bad. So I got a new doctor. So my new doctor thinks that the strep is going throughout my body because he thinks that my tonsils are chronically infected with strep. And every time I get a strep infection and it recurs, that's sending strep from my tonsils throughout my body, causing even more trouble. So when I saw him, he gave me another strep culture, which I've had several already, and I wasn't feeling symptoms of strep at the time, and it came back a day and a half later as positive for strep. So that means that I'm a carrier for strep whether I'm sick or not, which could mean that my tonsils are to blame, which could mean that if I get my tonsils removed, a tonsillectomy, that I could be better and that my skin could get better. And also, get this, Brandon did some research and found out that a total loss of appetite can happen from chronic tonsillitis, which I have. So this could be the piece to many different puzzles. So my doctor referred me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, and I have an appointment for that. But unfortunately, the appointment isn't until March, of course. Additionally, they have referred me to a dermatologist, but they don't seem to have any appointments at all. The only appointment that they had was on a cancellation list, and I had 2 other appointments that day, so I couldn't go. So we're still waiting to hear back on dermatology, unfortunately, and until then, I'm going to have this ugly growth on my face, where my skin just sloughs off, and it weeps, and it's messy, and it's gross, and I just feel chronically infected and run down. Wonderful. So, yeah, that's the quick and dirty catch up on my health. And as far as the YouTube channel goes, I want to touch back onto the whole depression aspect again, because again, it's been a huge aspect of my life and I need to stop lying about it. Part of the reason why I didn't do YouTube videos too is because I was lying to myself about how sick I was. So if I was lying to myself, you know, I didn't want to lie to all of you guys, so I just didn't do YouTube videos. Not saying it's the best reason, but that is what happened, and I'm human too. So I'm not going to make any promises on YouTube videos or anything, but I really would like to get them going. I just need to stop holding myself to such a high quality and just go for it whenever I feel like it, you know? And I had way too many expectations out of myself, especially for me being so sick. And it's really hard to do a lot of things when you're sick and you're busy, and I'm at doctor's appointments like 5 days a week, and yeah, it's a lot. Especially when I'm trying to balance doing YouTube videos, which I like to do, but they're also work, with my new adventure in skiing, with my ukulele, with being a human, with socializing with family. It's really hard to figure out how to balance all of that. So I'm going to do my best, but I've learned from breaking promises every single time to not make promises. But hopefully you'll be seeing some videos here and there, and I'd like to just help people out. I can't say if they're going to be vlogs, but I can't say if they're going to be informative. I don't know. We'll see. Because guess what? This is my channel. I can do what I want. I just haven't done what I want for a long time. And I'm too worried about getting subscribers and all that. That's what I was worried about. Too worried about making it perfect that I didn't do anything at all. And that right there is a failure. So I'm going to try not to be a failure in that regard anymore. And do it for the fun of it, which is exactly what it's meant to do. So I'm going to stop blabbering for now, and I think that that'll be good. But until next time, stay positive, stay happy, and peace.